I'll go ahead and get started. Well, good morning, everybody. This is the Delta County Ginters Grove Public Improvement District Board Meeting at 11 o'clock, August 4th, 2026. We'll call the meeting to order and the roll call, make sure that we have a quorum. Wendell Coons.
Here.
Craig
Hiller.
Fuller here. Mike Lane, I'm here. And that concludes the roll call. Okay. Are there any changes or additions to the agenda? Okay, the agenda will be approved as written. First up is board business. And the appointment of officers.
It'd be my recommendation, Commissioner Lane, that for the officers for the Ginters Grove Public Improvement District, we would elect Craig Fuller as chair, myself as vice chair, and you as an at-large member. This would reflect geographic positions within the county, and also the fact that the at-large position is yours and your term limited by the end of the year.
Now, is it a president and vice president rather than chair and vice chair, Adriana?
The statutes do reflect president and vice president, but I don't think there's a legal distinction.
Okay,
And I'll change that to president, vice president, and at large,
okay.
the three of us. And it is an active motion.
And you'll second?
And I'm supposed to second that, anyway.
Uh,
I will second that motion.
Okay, motion and second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
I,
Aye.
give it over to Craig.
So now Craig is the president of this, so turn the official duties over to you.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go right to our operations and maintenance update. It's,
Well, we need a secretary treasurer.
oh, I'm
Appointment
sorry,
of,
Secretary and Treasurer. You're right, and that by statute has been determined that will be Terry and Lisa, is that correct? So I will make the motion that I'll entertain a motion, or do we just make an appointment?
Should it be Lisa or should it be Brittany? And,
I think Lisa right now,
Right.
I think,
okay,
she's the standing treasurer.
okay. So how does that work? Do you need a motion? Do you need a? We will entertain a motion to assign the appointment of secretary to Terry Stevenson and treasurer to Lisa Tafoya.
so moved.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right,
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So we'll have Lisa and Terry. And now we will go to an operations and maintenance update. Is someone from the association here to do that?
Sure.
What?
I'm Katie Sharkey, the president of what was Ginters Grove Domestic Water Corporation. The operations and maintenance, did you want a budget or our ongoing repairs and?
Let's start there.
So in June, as of our last meeting, we did repair a big leak that was in the part of the line that runs from Highway 65 down north, down Shady Oak. And we repaired that. Since then, we've done testing to confirm that there are no subsequent leaks. We have not found any other leaks within the system. However, on the master meter reading that we're getting from the town, there still is a discrepancy. There may be a mathematical issue with software or billing, which we haven't discovered yet. I actually found it this morning when I was printing some stuff to bring here. And so that will be our next step, to speak with the town and figure out why some of these numbers aren't matching.
How big of a discrepancy?
On last month's information they gave us, they said the meter difference was 249,000 gallons of unaccounted water. When I looked at the numbers this morning, there was actually only 63,000 gallons that was unaccounted.
That's a pretty big spread, isn't it?
Yes,
That's 1 month.
yes.
And how do we go about rectifying that with the town?
I need to talk to the person who is in charge, Angela Reed, who is the accounting technician. And basically what she did was, I need to talk with her to make sure that what I'm seeing is indeed what her numbers are reflecting.
Thank you.
Either numbers is unacceptable. We gotta figure out
Yes.
how to rectify that problem for sure, but. So do you have a financial update at this point then, if you're done with your maintenance update?
The financial update is it's still the same as it was the last meeting. We've collected all of our dues and it's the special assessment of $1,000 per household for the next 10 years per year, $1,000 per year. And I don't actually know the exact number that is in the account right now. That's Donna, who is absent today. But we are on track to move forward to apply for loans and grants.
You have a rough idea what that number might be, just off the top of your head?
Probably around 48,000, more or less.
Okay, next on our agenda is the discussion and formation of a work group. And including an introduction and adoption of a resolution. You all have a copy of the resolution, we provided a copy of that. We only have that, or how do you wanna handle that?
I have one spare copy.
One spare copy.
Here's another one.
Here.
So this working group, we're thinking, what do we think as part of membership in that? What are we working on that?
Go ahead, Adriana. You and I discussed this one.
Yes. In one. Says it's left to those to meet members individually at a separate time. Or just willing to make some announcements to offers to individuals here today. I think that's acceptable. But it the tool numbers does not have to be determined today. I'm happy to speak into the introduction of the resolution itself and just kind of give a broad overview.
If you would do that, that'd be great. Thank you.
So the proposed resolution would establish a temporary funding review work group. The work group would first assist in developing or obtaining a more reliable estimate of the necessary repairs and improvements. After determining the anticipated funding need, the work group would research reasonably available funding options, including grants and loans, mill levies, and other types of special assessments for funding sources. The work group would report its finding back to the board at the public meeting in October, or if additional time is needed, at December. The resolution does identify that the work group is advisory only. Cannot find the public improvement district or spend any funds unless. Well, it does not, the resolution does not commit the specific financial method that has are available. The research, protocol, action, or consider any other actual things available. Information is completed by the work group.
Thank you. At this time, I guess we can go to public comment. If we have nothing further to discuss on the resolution side. Is there people in the room this morning that would like to bring public comment forward?
Nobody signed up.
We have some people that are signed up, whether you want to speak or not, it does not indicate. Katie, you're obviously number one on the list here, so. If you have anything further you'd like to present or?
The only further thing I thought of was we had also reached back out to DOLA, and we had an engineering company, which is who gave us the first original estimate of replacing the entire system. And they are currently reviewing all of the numbers of this year. We've pulled data logs from the master meter for the last, the only data logs that were actually available were the last 96 days. And so they're going to have more of an expert eye than me or anyone that's just a resident, looking at these numbers, seeing where we can find a discrepancy, because we did determine there has been no further leaks. This was all, we followed all the steps that this company Respect gave us to try to get to the bottom of this problem. And now that we're at the point where we haven't found any leaks, now asking the experts to see if they can look at this data, which they have agreed to do, and see if they come up with another idea of where this water is going.
Do they give you any kind of an idea of a time frame of how long it would take for them to get back to you on that?
I do not have a time frame.
I don't know if the public is aware or not, but at the formation of a public improvement district by Colorado law, by Colorado statute, and correct me if I'm wrong, it says when the district is formed, the Board of County Commissioners are automatically on the board. It's not that we had a meeting or anything and say, well, let's get on the board. It's by the Colorado law that when the PID is formed, the Board of County Commissioners are automatically the board. And then it also states that the clerk and recorder of the county and the treasury of the county are automatically on the board. And don't want to think that we are pushing this through. We're following the statute, following the law. And the reason the Public Improvement District was formed, the Ginters Grove is a 501c3, and they have no assets to go after funding. And this Public Improvement District with the Delta County Board on there might have a better chance to find a loan, find a grant to where they could have the money available to replace the water line. It's not meaning that Delta County is going to use taxpayers' money to replace your water line. We are just here to help trying to find a grant or funding to get that accomplished. And one of the first things we got to do is form a financial committee to go seek these different types of money that might be available. And there's no use going through a new engineering report to see how much money it will cost. We have a ballpark of what it'll cost, 1.3, I think, is the last figure, so it'll be probably north of that by now. And to find those funds in order to mitigate the problem, but I don't want the public to think or say that Delta County is going to replace your water line. It's just helping this PID, Public Improvement District, to find some money to do that. And again, we're following Colorado statute and law as far as the board members, the Secretary of Treasury to be on the board. Is there anybody else that would like to address the board or in public comment? Raise your hand and come up. We're here to listen. Okay, thank you.
Anybody from the town of Cedar Ridge want to make a comment?
Sure, hold in here.
Might as well, right, Carl?
Yeah, thank you. It really didn't have anything specific to say. I do appreciate the efforts to move forward, working with Ginters Grove as well as the board of commissioners. Yeah, we'd like to find what's happening with that water too. We've replaced our master meter. We've done as much as we can with replacing meters, and so hopefully we can get to that solution and everybody can be happy and move forward. So thank you. Oh, I'm Carl Holm. I'm the interim town administrator.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Appreciate you being here, Carl. Is there anybody else in the room that would like to address anything that's been talked about or bring up any new ideas?
Or somebody got $1 million they want a loan? There you go.
There you go.
Okay, come on up.
Yeah, I want to clarify.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Scott Purtle. I live on 380 Shady Oak. I'm a member of the Ginters Grove Water Group. So I just didn't get clarification during our group's last meeting. And maybe the city representative can help me, is who owns the individual meters? The meters at each residence. In other words, I know y'all own this master meter, but I've heard two opinions on who owns the meters. And my question being, so who would be responsible for their calibration or accuracy if it is in fact just 30 meters, accuracy deviation adding up to what we're seeing on the master meter? That's really my only question. Who owns the individual meters?
Hey, okay,
Okay.
We, as the Ginters Grove Domestic Water Corporation, do own all of the private individual meters. The town owns the master meter, Shady Oak. Everything beyond that master meter, per our agreement in 1985, is that we own everything beyond that master meter.
Thank you.
Okay, well, if nobody else has anything, Mr. Kimball,
When you're done, I'd like to go back to the resolution.
that's where we're heading, so.
Okay.
Take her away.
Okay. It'd be my suggestion to this board that this working group be made up of 7 members. One from this board, preferably the president. Also from Delta County would be Matt Jennings, our grant administrator, Lisa Tafoya or her appointee, Jolene George or her appointee, one from the town of Cedar Edge, Carl or his appointee, and 2 from the Ginters Grove homeowners group. And the reason being is it provides a broad base look at whatever finances might be out there. I almost included Dole on this one, but he gave me the nod. So, but that is a large enough, but also a succinct enough working group number to actually get something done.
I would agree.
Okay.
So, as far as the Ginters Grove, the two representatives from Ginters Grove, I think at that point, we're at that letters of interest for additional board appointment portion of this agenda. So if Katie, if you could come up with a couple of people that you think from your organization that would be willing to join that group.
I myself would be willing, and I know Justin is willing as well, since we're already on board, but if anyone else wants to volunteer, become part of this task force, please step forward.
Well, we're trying to keep it to a number that works, but that would be the 7. With myself, Mr. Jennings, Lisa, Jolene, and someone from the town of Cedar Edge, Carl, or someone that you can recommend to us. So.
Would you accept the appointment, Carl?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
we got it set in stone then, so.
Okay, there's our 7 people.
We need a motion on this one, Adriana.
Would to resolution.
Okay. So I'm gonna make that motion and for those appointees for the working group as suggested there. Do you guys need me to read them out again?
Okay.
You want to add that to this resolution then? Do we need a resolution number on this for,
This will be 01.
or just, okay.
Katie Sharkey, KATIE SHARKEY.
Justin Chishelsky, JUSTINCIESIELSKI.
Carl Holm, CARLHOLM.
You made the motion.
So we have a motion
And I second that.
and a second to adopt resolution number 2026-01 of the Delta County Ginters Grove Public Improvement District with the changes noted of the 7 members of the working group. Any further discussion?
And authorize the chair to sign.
Authorize the chair to sign.
So move. Oh, I,
All right,
Aye.
Okay.
The ayes have it. Okay. Well, we will have our next formal meeting on October the 13th, but obviously I think the working group will be getting together before that date. We should probably pin that down before we all exit the building, maybe this morning. So.
Mr. Chair, I got a couple of things I'd like to add for our agenda for the 13th.
Go for it.
Okay. First would be, Katie would have a report on the master water meter discrepancy between the Ginters Grove and Cedar Edge. Second would be a complete asset and liability financial report in advance of looking to transfer those assets from the nonprofit to the PID on October 13th. And then Katie, you talked about an engineering report in progress.
Yes, I don't know if I would call it an engineering report, but they are going to look over the numbers that I have for the town.
Discrepancy numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, I misunderstood. So I can scratch that.
So that'll be right back to your first one then, right?
Yeah. Is there anything else plus a update from the working group? Anything I'm missing here, Adriana, or anybody?
Anything else to add? Okay, well, we will form that work. We'll figure out the day the work group is gonna get together and meet. We'll aim for those 3 items specifically before we meet again in October the 13th. Back at this room at 11 a.m. And if there's no other further item to come before the board, we will stand adjourned. Anybody have anything else? Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you.
Mhm.